Welcome back, my friends, to the Wasteland 3 walkthrough. I hope you're all doing well and are excited for today's episode. If you missed the last one, I've linked it down below in the description so you can check back on that last episode. And once again, thanks for InXile for enabling me to play through Wasteland 3 with you guys in such a cool sort of early access walkthrough of the game. It's an absolute pleasure. Anyway, there's a corpse here which we haven't looted yet, which is very surprising for me. And we have glass knuckles and an old handkerchief, which is slightly stained, so I'll definitely be taking that and using it to blow my nose. Alright, let's get inside our new truck and head towards civilization.
Welcome, Rangers. You may approach the Patron.
What a privilege.
Two, when there were 50. Cold logic says I should turn you away. That there aren't enough of you left to do the job at hand. But that Dorsey ambush was my fault.
What?
And I owe you more than explanations and apologies. So, here's something more tangible. The Dorseys didn't just attack you. They attacked my city. This one was trying to burn down our jail. If you want some vengeance for what was done to you, he's yours.
A nice gift. Indeed. Kill the Dorsey. Don't mind if we do. Oh, I have a leadership ability here I can use. We believe in justice, not vengeance. You should give him a trial.
How civilized. Around here, we save trials for those whose guilt is in doubt. But if that's what you want, I'll introduce him to Judge Watkins. He always follows the law. I'd like to bring all the Dorseys to justice. And maybe, with your help, I will. But for now, let me address your immediate needs. In addition to this base and the aid I promised your general, I'll be giving you the resources to return your force to full strength. Recruiting, training, and equipping. It's not enough. I know. The men and women you lost can never be replaced, but it's what I can give you. I hope you'll accept it.
Declined. Game over. First aid. Do you have nerve damage? Your hands are shaking. Let's ask him about that.
My hands don't shake. There's nothing wrong with me. And if you say there is, you'll be going back to Arizona empty-handed. Understood? Now quit asking about things that aren't your concern and answer the question. Will you accept my offer?
So we know there is definitely something up with him based on his response there. And we also lost minus reputation, which more than definitely was not worth that. Learn from our mistakes. No deal. If the ambush was your fault, then you owe us. Give us our supplies and let us go home. I wonder what actually happens if I say, I'm tempted. Nah. We appreciate anything you can do for us. Let's try and build bridges. This is the first person we've met who's not tried to shoot us.
I'm glad to find you so amenable. I hope that means we're going to get along. Now, introductions. My name is Saul Buchanan. I own Colorado, though you'll meet some who disagree. This base is your new home. From here, you'll aid my people and, more importantly, do the job I brought you here to do. Now, yes, Joe?
Pardon, Patriarch. It's Daisy. An update on the Garden of the Gods?
All right. Sorry, Rangers. Still putting out fires. Two of my best are waiting for you inside. Darius Kwan of the Marshals and my old friend Sergei Greatsky. Go see him. I'll be in when I'm done here.
New mission, home away from home. Talk to Marshal Konna and Sergey. Inside the base. Okay. This guy's armor looks pretty goddamn cool. It's like power armor, isn't it? I love that, dude. Diligent Joe. Let's have a chat with him.
Pleased to meet you, Rangers.
Okay, before we actually go and explore, I think we should head inside the base. Ooh, automatic doors. Very nice.
Welcome, Rangers. I'm Marshal Darius Kwan, and this here's Sergei Greatsky.
Good to meet you, Rangers. Glad to see some friendly faces. Been rough around here these last few days. Dorsey's attacked us too. Snuck inside Colorado Springs and killed a lot of people. Situation's under control now. Mostly.
Mostly, eh? What were the Dorothys after them?
The Patriarch. Thank God they never got near him. He's the only thing keeping Colorado from tearing itself apart.
And sorry about these alarms. Something must have triggered the old security system. Trouble is, there's a bunch of angry robots guarding the computer that shuts them off.
Oh dear.
How you deal with them is your call. Your base, your rules.
So you make a massive issue, set all the alarms off, so there's loads of angry robots in there, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's your base, you just deal with the issue. I feel like there's a little bit of a, you know, using me sort of thing going on here. Angry robots? Why are there angry robots? So this place is ours now.
Yep. Noisy alarms and all. Courtesy of the Patriarch. We can talk more once we get a little peace and quiet.
Okay, I guess I have to deal with this situation then. Okay, it looks like our only option is to go in the front entrance. So, here goes nothing. Oh, hello there, angry robots that look extremely dysfunctional indeed.
Alarm, I hate alarm.
Hello?
A warning to you, intruder. Visit a secure, non-permanent facility. You commit trespassing against the authorization or you will be defeated.
Kick ass! We're the Arizonan Rangers, a successor unit of the US Army Corps of Engineers. We are government representatives. Whoops, our mistake will be on our way. Attack robots. Give me that experience. No, let's keep them alive.
Please help exit.
This is great.
Still exiting, remain on hold. Authorization provisionally accepted. Servitors will remain watchful on you.
Okay. It works. It worked like a charm. Alright, let's loot this place, man. Actually, I'll turn the alarms off first. Go and check this thing out. This terminal is dusty and old, but when you press the power button, it flickers into life. The computer beeps and whirs for the first time in years. As it boots up, a security alert flashes across the display. Every attempt to access the menu is met with command access only. Eventually, you query the machine for command identity. It replies, command empty. Designate new command, ? Install yourself as command. A camera flashes above the monitor and terrible photos of your faces slowly appear on the screen, line by line. Commander recognized. Security alert cancelled. The new law. Achievement unlocked. Oh, very pretty, very pretty.
Well done, Rangers. Good to see the place up and running.
This guy's hammer is insane.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The reason you're here.
Indeed.
As you may know, I have a daughter and 2 sons. Liberty, Valor, and Victory. 2 of them conspired against me, and the 3rd blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes. Consequently, I banished him.
The more I learn about the Patriarch, the less I seem to like him. He banished his own sons and daughters.
They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course.
Is it though?
But apparently my dear children believe them, and they've started making new plans.
You're looking for protection when they attack, clearly. You're asking us to become assassins, so you need us to round them up. You want us to act as emissaries to your children. Make peace. Could be either one of these options. I think he's pretty sure that he wants defense, though.
Protection? You think I need protection? Stop trying to be smart and listen. I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't. Not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail. They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. They'll burn everything I've accomplished to ash. That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and bring them home to me ASAP.
Bit of babysitting.
And when I say bring them home, I mean bring them home alive. They're my blood. Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make myself clear?
Well, you banish them. Perfectly clear. Let's not ask this yet. We're already teetering on the edge, I feel like.
Good. Then let me tell you where they are. Victory's holed up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver. And Liberty's raising an army against me somewhere out on the eastern plains. Anything else you need to know?
Well, a few things about where the hell these places are, who are the Gippers, and so on. Give me the background on your kids before we go after them. We have barter. You've been very generous already, but after all we've lost, there are a few things we could use here and now.
Name them.
Oh, what do I need? What do I need, guys? We need firepower. Guns and ammo would be appreciated. We like to fight up close and personal. Some quality hand-to-hand weapons should be great. We lost a lot of our demolition capacity. We could use some mines and grenades. We weren't able to salvage much armor from the attack. If you could find us some protective gear, we'd be grateful. That's true. That could be very useful. Medical supplies, I feel like you can never have too many. So let's ask about medical supplies.
Thinking ahead. That's smart. I'll have Joe send you a few things once we get back to Broadmoor Heights.
Fantastic. We'll need more background on your kids before we go after them.
What do you want to know?
What don't I want to know? For one thing, you must have plenty of competent people in Colorado. Why ask us to deal with your children? It's clearly because we don't know them. We don't know the backstory, so he can take advantage of us there.
Divided loyalty, that's why. I trust my guards, but they don't leave my side. Ever. Everybody else is making plans for when I'm gone. The 100 families, the Gippers, the Marshals, they're all out for themselves. And they know my kids would make good figureheads, give them some legitimacy. Any Coloradan I send to bring Vic, Val, and Libby back home might think they'll get a better deal elsewhere. But not you. I'm the only one who can save your people. Nobody else can get supplies to Arizona before they starve to death. That's why it's you who's doing this. You've got the only loyalty that works. The loyalty of self-interest.
What should we know about Victory, then?
Boy's never been right in the head. Since he was a baby, he'd torture cats,
He's gonna have to die,
terrorize
then.
the servants, set the house on fire, and he's only got worse. The things he's done to the women he finds. Anyway, I finally had enough and put the little monster under house arrest up in Aspen. Guess they weren't prepared because he escaped a while ago and then came back with a gang of freaks and turned the place into a slaughterhouse.
Jesus.
Now he's on the radio, laughing about what he's gonna do to his hostages and daring me to come after him. He, claims he's captured some Rangers as well.
Oh, potentially we could save them then, but this is going to be a difficult situation. Better not hurt those Rangers.
And if he does, you're still bringing him home alive no matter what. Remember?
We'll see. We'll see. What kind of man is Valor?
Soft, spoiled, fiddled with computers all day instead of learning the arts of diplomacy and war. Finally packed him off when he accidentally crashed my security systems right before his sister's little coup attempt.
Ah, connected.
Made him my official ambassador to the Gippers, hoping he'd do to their systems what he'd done to mine. That was a mistake. He took his revenge by convincing them to cut off oil shipments to my city. No oil means no heat, no light, and no food for my people. So getting Valor back and resuming oil shipments from the Gippers has to happen now.
So Valor isn't dangerous himself. Who are the Gippers?
Crazy cultists. Worship an old U.S. president as a god. Trouble is, they're the only ones who know how to refine oil anymore, so we gotta play nice.
They sound fantastic. I love the cults of the Wastelands. Alright, tell me about Liberty.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. Problem is, she'd run it as a goddamn slave state. Everyone in chains, everyone working for her.
Wow.
Wouldn't worry about her for now, though. Best to wait until you got a little more firepower. She's gonna be well protected.
What happens to your children, dude? Jesus. Sounds like a born leader. Maybe he'll like that.
At least I raised one.
Thanks for the info. We'll do our best.
You'd better. Anything else?
Got a few questions about the ambush that killed our convoy, though.
Uh-huh.
Who are the Dorseys, from your perspective?
The last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wiped them out years ago, but... mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most.
Do you think Vic Val or Liberty were behind the attacks on our convoy?
Possibly. But I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some fire in them.
And you said the ambush was your fault. Why?
My staff and I coordinated the details of your arrival using coded transmissions on radio frequencies we thought were secure. Obviously, they were not. And you paid for it. I take full responsibility.
Alright, enough.
Good. What else do you need?
Thanks for your briefing.
Of course. Now, if you want a chance to impress me, and maybe get a little payback, that call I got outside was from Sheriff Daisy, the head of the marshals in Colorado Springs. She's having trouble rousting some Dorseys who have been holed up in the Garden of the Gods since their raid fell apart. Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do.
No worries. Dorseys, this will be a pleasure.
Enjoy yourselves, Rangers. Just don't get killed. I want a return on my investment. All right, let's move out.
Look at that guy's thunderhammer. Like, looks insane. There's a deer. Here we are back at base. Mission log. You have new missions. Continue. Mission types. Primary missions progress the main story. Secondary missions are optional side quests. You've just received the primary mission, Cornered Rats, so your next step should be paying a visit to Sheriff Daisy in downtown Colorado Springs. Very well. And it only requires level 2 to do this, whereas the other quests to get the Patriarch's sons and daughter are very much high level quests that we are definitely not ready for yet. And also, since we are now level 3, we can also apply another point into our character. The higher charisma you have at the start of the game, the more beneficial that's going to be to you in the long run, since, you know, every single quest thing you do gives you experience. So if my main leader has a high charisma skill, he's going to benefit from being a higher level than everyone else as the game goes on. So I'm actually going to invest this in charisma to start out with. So if we just leave those free skill points not invested for now, we can invest them in a moment. And then, you know, it might help us out in what's to come. Let's head outside and see if we can recruit some more Rangers to our team.
Rangers, come talk to me when you've got a moment. Want to discuss staffing and recruiting, that kind of thing.
Alright, let's chat now then.
Good job, Rangers. Nice to be able to hear ourselves think again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatsky, who's going to be helping you with personnel.
Hi again, Rangers. Damn sorry about your people. But now that you're here, We'll do what we can to get you back on your feet and find you some new recruits, just like the Patriarch promised you. And I already got you one of the best. Meet Marcelo Gonzalez, electronics wizard, radio technician, and former dispatcher for the Marshals. He'll be your radio operator.
Howdy, Rangers. While you were dealing with the alarms, I took the liberty of installing a combat AI in your vehicle.
Ooh.
Should help you out. If you want to chat, I'll be in the operations room getting things up and running.
Good man.
Should be more recruits arriving soon. Ready to tell me how you want to fill out your squad?
So we can hire new rangers for our squad. Your squad can have up to 6 members. No more than 4 can be rangers. So we can only make 4 characters ourselves. The other people we have to recruit from people we speak to and find around the world. Companions, such as Marshal Quan. Companions are unique NPCs who aren't officially rangers but want to help you out all the same. You'll find plenty of companions on your journey throughout Colorado. Show us who you've got lined up.
My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. So pick recruits who are good at things your current team isn't.
Solid advice.
And you can always round out your squad with folks you meet along the way. Keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up.
Ha, Danny, Mr. Mask. So starting out with the Toddster. But you see, the Wasteland hasn't been too kind to the Toddster. He is in fact now the irradiated Toddster, as you can see. Though some people do call him a medical marvel, which gives him 5 health per level, which is insanely big. The drawback being he cannot be revived during combat, but Todd really does have a mind of his own when it comes to combat. Indeed, if we have a look at his skills, he is extremely experienced in melee combat and will often run in and destroy his opponents with brute force. In order to survive in the Waste, he's actually become rather proficient at armor modding and is still his true form, a very nerdy man. So he likes his nerd stuff and he likes to whack out with computers, even though you probably wouldn't suspect that looking at him. And that brings me on to his attributes. He is extremely coordinated. The life in the Wasteland has been pretty good to him in that sense. To stay alive, he has become a machine of a human being. However, he is very down on his luck, having been very unfortunate to turn into what I can only describe as a green potato. His awareness has always been pretty lackluster. However, his strength is beyond that of any human being. In fact, I've never seen a stronger man within the Wastelands. He is also extremely fast. In fact, the only way you'll be able to survive him is to outrun him. His intelligence and charisma has taken a bit of a hit. I think the gas mask has made conversating just impossible for him. Many fans describe him now as a lethal weapon, which gives him plus 10% to his melee damage, making him rather ridiculous because he's going to be focusing on blunt weapons in general. And it doesn't get more basic than hitting people with a stick, or more satisfying for that matter. So to be fair, actually, at the start of the game, it's probably better to give him a bladed weapon because that deals more damage to enemies without armor, and we've not really come up against any armored opponents yet, so we can swap between the two as we go. But there we go, Irradiated Toddster is now completed. That's our first character, and now we're going to complete our set with a sniper who's going to be my fiance, and she is female. I did the best I could with the tools I was given. Sniper rifles are too slow and too heavy to fire on the move, but they have a fantastic range, high armor penetration, and do a ton of damage. So now let's go over her attributes. Firstly, we have 4 in coordination, so she has action points to actually, shoot her gun and so on. She has an extremely high luck stat because she's also going to be lockpicking and opening all the containers for our squad, and checking if the way is clear. So that luck stat is going to help her out, not only getting crits and ridiculous mega crits, but also just getting the best loot from containers. Her awareness is obviously going to be really high because that increases her range damage bonus and her hit chance and perception, which snipers obviously need. We're going to put 1 extra point in there as soon as we get it, by the way. Her strength is very low. Basically, if she gets into combat or gets shot at, something's gone pretty wrong, so she'll probably get hit pretty quickly. Her speed is also low because, to be honest, she'll just be sitting at the back in the same spot, taking off safe pot shots where possible. Her intelligence is only 2, which will raise later on in the game, and the reason for that is that obviously as you get better snipers, the critical damage increase is more significant. So later on in the game, we will increase it. Her charisma is only 1, which is definitely not true for real life, but I mean, in this game, the statistics is just that she doesn't really need to have high charisma, because strike rate just doesn't apply for snipers, really. So starting out, we have 4 into sniper rifle, which gives us another 12% chance to hit, so she's literally going to be like Deadeye, she'll never miss, and she'll do tons of damage too. And then we have Animal Whisperer, 2 points into that, because there's a lot of fun things we can do with that, especially like having a cat gives you an extra 5% to your critical hit chance, which is really nice. And then we have 3 into lockpicking. Kimmy has a high luck skill, so she's going to be getting the best loot ever from those containers. And that is pretty much it. The only other thing I'd recommend if you're following this build, if you don't want to go for Animal Follower, instead go for Toaster Repair, because you're going to have really cool loot with a high luck skill and Toaster Repair. This is kind of like a weird sort of loot box mechanic where if you unlock the toaster, you can get some of the best items in the game essentially from that. And then we have our quirk, and we are going to go for Sadomasochist. I'm dyslexic, I don't know how you say this word. So I receive 33% more damage, but we do 33% more range damage. So our sniper hits are going to be 1-hit kill. However, if Kimmy gets hit, she gets wrecked, very unfortunately. So I'll have to revive her quite a bit, but I've got no worries with that. I can spend as many medical supplies as possible on my fiancée. Identification. We are going with Bookworm for plus 5% experience boost. Alternatively, Goat Killer gives us a 5% critical hit chance. But again, I'd rather have that 5% experience boost. Avengers Assemble! That is our full Wasteland team complete. Danny, Mr. Musk, Irradiated Toadster, and Kimmy. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Listen, I can get you all the fighting troops you need. But if you meet any talented people in your travels, don't hesitate to sign them up. Now that we've got that sorted, let's talk about the next steps.
Indeed.
Now, you're the boss here, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base and finding specialists to staff it.
Okay. Surveying the base sounds good. There is like a speech bubble kind of stuck here on the screen. Just so you know, I'm playing this like a week before it comes out, and I've got like a press copy access of the game. A lot of this stuff will, like 90% sure, will be fixed with a day 1 patch. The devs are literally working their asses off right now to fix little things like this. But yeah, surveying the base sounds good.
Perfect. That'll give you a chance to see if any of the junk around here is worth keeping before I toss it all out. After that, you might want to give Sheriff Daisy a hand. If you impress her, maybe she'll hook you up with some specialists for the base.
Ooh.
Anyway, your call. Colorado Springs is straight out the main gate. If you want to go to Denver or Aspen, just hop back in your car and go out the way you came in.
One sec. Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are gonna need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ. So, what if I joined your squad? At least until you find your feet.
Oh, dude, definitely. We could use your help.
Great. I'm at your disposal. Lead the way.
It'd be great having a local with us. Companions. You've recruited your first companion. Companions are a unique kind of squad member. Unlike the Rangers you create, companions are pre-made characters that have their own personality and agenda. Piss them off, and they could leave you high and dry. Yeah, quick reload fixed it. Great. If you're going to be our chief of security, I want to know more about you.
Happy to tell you what you need to know.
What I need to know? Interesting. You served with the Patriarch for so long, you must like him.
I do indeed. Some folks can't get past his brusque ways, but that's just the impatience of a man who knows what's right, dealing with fools who don't. He cares too deeply about the well-being of the people of Colorado to let political courtesy slow him down. Of course, you'll hear a lot of folk condemning him for hurting this group or that group with his decisions. But the way I see it, they should be glad it wasn't them who had to make the choice.
What's your story then?
Well, came here with my folks when I was a kid, and was a young man when Saul was trying to unite the families and make Colorado a state. I got behind him right away. He had leader written all over him, even back then. I've served at his side ever since, fighting against the monster army, consolidating power here in town, helping him expand our borders.
What Mr. Greatsky means is that he played a key role in many of the Patriarch's greatest victories, and he had no small part in making Colorado what it is today.
You're too kind, Darius. Well, the fighting's never really ended. Trying to hold it all together is a constant struggle. This business with his children is just the latest in a long line of troubles.
Tell us more about your days fighting side by side beside the Patriarch.
Stories? They are stories indeed these days. I've told him so many times all the truth's been wrung out of him. Now, let's see. Here's one. So, one day we were hunting monster army raiders and came upon a tin-walled shack. The people inside were shooting at us and not answering our calls to parley. Well, I got sick of that real quick and unslung my rocket launcher. But Saul, he holds up a finger, then creeps around behind the compound. Well, pretty soon we hear him smashing through those tin walls with his hammer, and then comes two high-pitched screams. A few moments later, he comes striding out, carrying a child under each arm. They've been shooting at us because they thought we were coming to eat their dying parents.
Jesus.
Now, I will never know how Saul knew it was kids in there rather than raiders, but somehow he did.
He ate their parents.
And we brought them and their folks back to the city and helped them out until they got well again. And he's always been like that. An uncanny ability to always do the right thing.
Okay, fantastic. Let's put Kimmy in our lead, and then we can go ahead and explore our headquarters and unbox some of these boxes we have lying around. In fact, this desk is locked. And we have some empty cans of nothing useful, but hey, we'll come across something useful, I'm sure. Oh, 15 Colorado dollars. Already getting rich here. $23. Okay, luck skill is paying off pretty well so far. Another locked desk. Nothing will stand in. $31. Okay, we're getting rich really fast. I only had $40 before we tried this out. Grenades, a hunting knife. Oh my god, a reflex scope. And, oh my god, some modded chest armor. Weapon and armor mods. In the Wasteland, you'll find both weapon and armor mods. Installing a mod will improve any equipment it's attached to, but once installed, they cannot be removed. To install a mod, one of your squad members must have the necessary weapon or modding or armor modding skill to level. And I believe Todd Howard should be able to access the terminal here. The terminal is displaying information about the base system. Examine security system, so he can investigate the issues with the servitor's behavior. After some searching, you access a hidden menu. The core processor is jammed with thousands of queued requests dating back a century. Maybe someone was trying to cry for help back then. It's a wonder the servitors can make any decisions at all. Write a script to wipe the requests. Return to the security member. It's interesting that I have a choice here. I'm just going to write a script anyway. You take a little time to test your code before running it, and watch the stale request disappear. Processing returns to standard capacity. With the accumulative clutter cleared, the system shows only a few thousand unread messages. Navigating it should be somewhat easier. That seemed like a good thing to do then. Let's go and have a chat with our pal over here. He seems at home behind his radio equipment. He salutes crisply as you approach.
Welcome to your communications hub, Rangers. The Patriarch was good enough to let me use my own gear, and I have my high-frequency radio equipment all set up. From here on out, I will be your voice in the wind. You can contact Ranger HQ at any time through your radio, and I'll reach out as needed. When there's arrests to be made under your authority, just radio them into me. Pleasure to serve.
What do you think of the Patriarch?
I've worked the radio for some time now, and I hear all kinds of stories from other parts of the world. Horrors you wouldn't believe. Is Colorado perfect? No, but it's a damn sight better than any alternative I've seen.
How do you feel about being a part of the Rangers?
Speaking frankly, great. Protect and serve, right? Things had grown stale with the Marshals. I felt like I'd reached the end of what I could do for the people there. proud to be a ranger now.
Alright, let's take a look outside now and see what we can find if we go on a bit of an exploration around our base.
A garage. We get this cleaned out, you can put your truck in here.
That sounds good. What the hell is this giant rusty robot though? Game saved. Oh, what's gonna happen here? Rusty Slicer Dicer. This enormous spider-like robot is in bad shape. It twitches in a puddle of its own fluids, its casing dented and riddled with bullet holes. Judging by the scrape marks on the floor, it looks like someone dragged it into the garage from somewhere else. Mechanics free, requirements not met. Aha! So this is actually a good thing, because some of you are probably getting triggered in the comment section already saying, Danny, why have you not leveled up your character yet? So the reason I have done that, my friend, is because we can invest in skills that we currently need, because we have 3 skill points, and it's rather cheesy, but now I know I need 3 mechanics to fix this, I can go ahead and invest those and save the other skill points for later. Confirm. And now I know I can actually try to repair it. Peering inside the quivering robot casing, you find a lot of salvaged parts and new wiring. Someone's been working on this robot for a while. There's a bad connection to the power supply, strong enough to give some wicked shock. It takes some careful work to repair the connection. As soon as the short is repaired, the robot splutters to life. It turns a cold, unfeeling optical sensor towards you, and its weapons spin up. Oh no! What have I done? That enemy has armor, which means it can block some of your incoming damage. Fortunately, all weapons have a penetration stat. If your weapon's penetration is equal or greater than your enemy's armor, your weapons will deal full damage. Okay. And if it's less, it will deal with reduced damage. Okay, I'm only level 3 against this thing. But I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, I need to get away from this thing right now. Let's move over here, and then we'll shoot it. I can penetrate through its armor, and then I'm going to get Kimmy to hopefully finish this thing off. She did not crit, but she's good at the moment. Now we can run into cover as we get our friend Marshal Quan. Actually, do you know what? Let's get a radiated Toadster to go and attack it and see if... Oh no, that's not going to do much damage with a knife. I should have given him another weapon. How about Mr. Musk? Can you deal with this thing? Get in cover over here, my friend, and we can take some pot shots at it. Boom. Okay, I reckon we can finish it off now. I'm going to send Todd in to just yeet it with his hammer. Uh-oh, it's still alive. Thank God we have our friend over here who can help us out. Please don't hit Todd in the back. Oh, that was close. If we didn't kill that in one turn, I reckon we would have died. Right, now we can loot it at least. Slicer, Dicer, Self-Assembler. Quick slot item. It's missing a couple of subsystems, but it's basically mostly an entire Slicer Dicer. And it puts itself together correctly like almost every time. Requires 7 mechanics though. Slicer Dicer Self-Assembler, 5 AP. Deploys a robot Slicer Dicer follow that assist in combat. That's insane. Also, we get a pulse gun assault rifle. So this is actually a pre-war energy assault rifle that does extra damage against robots, vehicles, and synths. And then we also have just some random junk. Wow. You know, is this person alive? A corpse of a young woman lies at your feet, her body contorted at an unnatural angle. Judging by the smell, she's been here a while. First aid, tried to determine how she died. The body's unnatural position suggests some kind of seizure, and there are signs of a dislocation on her face, indicative of heart failure. A heavy metal spanner is gripped tightly in her hand. The metal is discoloured and the scorch marks blacken her fingertips. Oh, so she tried to repair what we successfully repaired and failed, so she died from an electric shock. Yeah, it looks like your textbook case of electrocution. You know, if I had come over here and looked at that, God, maybe there was a chance of me repairing it with someone else, but Doesn't seem like it. Right, let's get the Toaster to take a look at this terminal. The terminal is displaying information about the base systems. All seems normal right now. Recall service elevator platform. Request issue, please wait. Ooh, a loud grinding emanates from the huge trapdoor near the garage entrance. The smell of rusted metal sparking fills the room. Mechanical failure reported. The servitor drone has been issued to repair. Step away from the terminal. So we know there is an elevator, but it's broken. Interesting. So this must be this giant trapdoor here, I guess. Oh, lockpick level 3. Kimmy can do that. No idea what's inside here, though. Aha! Loads of useful materials. Fantastic. I will get to, you know, scrapping down stuff soon, by the way, but there's so much stuff to lockpick around here, which are going to run through quickly. The Automated Chufferer, a pre-war advertisement of some kind of robot driver.
Tired of gridlock? Sick of dodging reckless drivers? Fed up with paying a fortune to shady mechanics that never actually fix your car? Consolidated Atomics has the answer. Introducing Hermes, the revolutionary vehicle AI that's an expert driver, navigator, and auto mechanic all in one.
Wow.
Hermes remembers your daily commute, gathering up-to-the-minute traffic reports to plot the quickest route to your destination. The AI also takes care of basic maintenance, keeping your vehicle in peak condition. Visit your local dealership for information on a Hermes upgrade kit today. Consolidated Atomics, 21st century solutions for the problems of today.
Disarm explosive. Failure requires explosive level 2. Oh, okay. So we don't want to walk over that tripwire, but it seems to be like a prison area. Can't really see if there's anyone inside it though. Right, let's send in Danny for now. It's like we had a high perception skill.
Look at all this machinery. If we can get it all running, this will be a good spot for your armory.
Indeed. We need to clear this strip mine first though. So if we put another point in explosives, then I should be able to unarm that. Here we go. 10 experience for doing that. Fantastic. That's quite a lot of experience, actually. There's actually a perk in the tree that allows me to unlock those trip mines and have a 33% chance of getting a grenade from it. Let's have a look at this trash. Or in fact, let's get Kimmy to look at the trash, because that's going to be a lot better with her luck skill. Oh, got some good stuff in that trash. And we can unlock this door too. Grenade. Oh no! Gimme! Oh my god. Why am I on fire? Why did I not see that? Oh my god, I have such a high perception. Gimme almost died.
Too wounded.
No, Gimme. I'm on fire. Like, can someone... Ah! One of your rangers has been down. Rangers are downed when they reach 0 health. They'll stay down for several turns before becoming incapacitated. If another character can reach them before it happens, they can spend some of their action points to revive them. Upon being revived, your characters will suffer lasting injuries. Injuries can only be removed with a doctor or injury kit, or by getting treatment from a doctor NPC. Each injury your down ranger suffers will decrease their stats and reduce the time you have to revive them if they're down again. No, Kimmy.
We got this.
I will save you. I should have got Elon Musk to revive her, but I was very desperate. It felt like I actually watched my fiance die there. We should really give her some more health. My god. This place is booby-trapped. We're going to have to walk around here a bit more slowly. What else can we interact with? Nothing. Jesus Christ. I can hear something. What is that noise? What is through this door then? Oh my god, why are there so many bodies inside this place? Has no one been in here for that long? Goodness me. Is this some kind of hospital area?
What a stink. Somebody's been using this medbay for a morgue. Gonna take an ocean bleach to get it ready for customers.
Jesus. I mean, there's morgues and then there's whatever this is. Oh, medic pack. Well, that's good, Kim, because you need one. This desiccated husk of a man is little more than a skeleton covered in papery skin. First aid 1. Search for a cause of death. Looks like a simple case of starvation and dehydration, but the corpse's ankles and wrists show some scarring, as if he was chained up for a while. You know, I'm so glad we invested in first aid, because it's useful for not only healing yourself, but just like general gameplay. This female corpse is bloated and putrefied. Ugh. One of the arms is entirely missing. Black ichor oozes from her swollen torso. Search for cause of death. Looks like the missing arm had nothing to do with the woman's demise. It must have been expertly removed and stitched up long before she died. Instead, she seems to have died of infection or illness. You notice some scarring on her ankles and wrists, as on some of the other corpses, most likely from manacles. The torn skin suggests that they were frequently moved. Test subjects then. First aid 4. Okay, don't worry. Elon Musk has some spare skill points. Definitely worth the investment for Elon. Look for the source of the infection. Tracing the cause of the infection's path through the body, you spot cybernetic implants embedded in her rotting chest. Looks like its poor insulation was the cause of her fatal infection. Oh, I see. So you can get cybernetic implants? Awesome. Take the implants. You grit your teeth and pry the implants out. The chest shatters when it finally rips free, spilling liquefied innards everywhere. Okay, let's check out these bodies. There's a pile of corpses in this corner. Search for cause of death, and they also have the same scarring around their ankles. Let's check this last body then. This leathery corpse is missing several of his digits and facial features. Looks like exposure to extreme cold took this person's missing extremities. Scarring indicates this may have happened multiple times over several years, but it wasn't the cold that killed him. Open wounds across his back indicate that he was whipped to death. You also find scarring on his ankles, yeah, so slavers I guess as well. Alright, let's go through to the next door, see what we find. Seems like some kind of bunker down here. I'm gonna get Kim to lead the way. Oh, we can't actually pick this. 100% failure. Before we check out the other half of the base, let's have a quick look outside. Oh, there's a doggo. Come back here, doggo. What is this? A cyborg chicken. Go and talk to the cyborg chicken. I'm having a conversation with the cyborg chicken. Metal-planted electronics have been implemented in this chicken's body. It looks up at you with a sense of loneliness in its eyes. The chicken appears to be embroiled in a fight with a brick. Interesting. I want to collect another chicken so we can have, like, a non-lonely chicken around, you know? Oh god, what is that? What is that? Let's get Kimmy to investigate this. Oh, a wide choke weapon mod. Good for increasing the cone of fire outside of the barrel. Aha. Let's go and have a look at this dog then. Another secret just here as well. Animal Whisperer I missed. Maybe I can recruit one of these dogs. Let's first have a look in this treasure trove. Some more useful things. Charming the animal. Okay, so no matter what, I need Animal Whisperer free to charm it. Okay, wait, there's actually a ladder here we can go up to. Yeah, there we go. Oh, trip mine detected. Disarm explosive. Failure requires 3. Okay, one sec. Here we go, 3 points in explosive. Alright, let's send Danny up to the top here to disarm this explosive. There we go. And then I'm going to send Kimmy up, so she doesn't die anymore, to actually loot this container here. Merc armor, +4 armor, rad tech helmet, and we also get a Merc helmet as well. Let's set our team's armor up quickly with that stuff. You know what, let's give Todd Howard this helmet, because oh my god, it's like proper like Bioshock, innit? That's sick. I love that, dude. And then we can give Kimmy this helmet, which increases her critical hit chance. I kind of wish he wasn't wearing a helmet. Can I... Oh, I can toggle without and with. Oh, that's so good. Thank you so much, developers, for putting that in the game. Alright, so the only area we haven't explored so far is the south section of the Ranger Headquarters, which I'm quickly going to run through right now before we move on. It's always creepy how you can't see inside the dark room until you go in. I mean, this place seems to have seen better days, though.
Pretty grand in here. Maybe you can make it your trophy hall or museum or something. Or a handball court.
I mean, it looks pretty terrifying though. There's a lot of monsters around here. Alright, let's go ahead and move people into position so we can deal with these monsters in here. Right, I think we should be able to sneak attack them pretty easily just from back here. There we go. And combats begin. Danny is way at the back right now. Let's go ahead and move Mr. Musk just here. And then we'll take a shot at this dog, which we miss, unfortunately. So I'm just going to sit on Overwatch. And then we have Irradiated Toddster. I can actually go and hit this Razorback, so we won't do it yet, though. Alright, let's get Kimmy to move over here. And then she can shoot. Boom! One hit kill. Fantastic work, Kimmy. And then we have Marshall over here. He only has 4 AP left.
Iced.
There we go. Take it out. Wolverine fur. Very nice. Very dark in this room, isn't it? Don't know if any of these terminals actually work. What's this then? There's a poster at the back. A fallen billboard. Who put it here? Indeed. Who indeed? Right, let's have a look on this terminal then. The power button on the machine resists your press, seemingly rusted in place. It makes a sandy crunch as it finally gives way. The screen comes to life with a sad beep. Raid failure. Corruption detected across multiple sectors, indicating automated repair operations. Recovery complete. View recorded logs. Examine. There are fewer logs than you'd expect for a base of this size. Many have suffered data corruption and are unrecoverable, but you find a few that are legible. So to summarize, apart from the final installation which requires nerd stuff free, this is basically a whole sort of storyline of what actually happened within the base that I quickly read through, and they were trying to survive and logging all the people that invaded the base. And I do believe, according to these logs, that there's someone still in the armory, which we haven't actually walked into yet, but I'm fully expecting a battle once we get there now. Oh my god, there's logs there. I'll take that. What's that up there? Okay, so there's some stairs here that I think have collapsed in on themselves. More dollar. Can we get upstairs? Yes, we can. That's good. More loot. Alright, let's head back to the corridor now and start exploring down here. It seems like there's someone inside here. But I don't know who they are.
Please, don't shoot!
The woman is gaunt, her clothes ragged. She is surrounded by a group of bed-raggled vagrants who watch you with fear and mistrust.
Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals.
We're the Rangers. Who are you?
I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. We've been living here for months, and we've got nowhere to go. Please, will you let us stay?
Bad idea. I've been in their shoes, but this is a military base. If we have squatters everywhere, it'll be hard to keep discipline. Your recruits won't like it either.
The Patriarch's people don't care about people like us. But you're not beholden to them.
She shoots a fearful look at Quan, but he doesn't seem to notice. Where are you from?
We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were safe out there, under the Patriarch's protection. Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed everyone who tried to fight them. No place left to run but here. For any of us.
Did you set off the security system then?
Not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to check if they left, all the doors slammed shut and the alarms started whooping. Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks and we never set anything off before.
Interesting. Can't you go live in the city?
We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed, and more are always coming.
Do you know what? We need more people that aren't with this patriarch guy potentially on our side, so for now, you can stay.
Your call. Won't make the volunteers happy, but the Patriarch put you in charge, not them.
Exactly.
You said yes. I was sure you wouldn't.
The refugees' haggard faces break into smiles. A few of them hug each other.
We won't be any trouble, I promise, and we'll help out wherever we can. Thank you for giving us a chance. Oh, and one of our people is missing. Andy.
Oh, God.
If you find him hiding out somewhere, you send him back to us?
Of course.
Hear that, everyone? We gotta make ourselves useful around here. You're good people, Rangers. We'll find a way to pay you back. Anything you need?
You've had more time to explore this base than we have. Can I ask you about it?
Sure.
Did you touch any of the equipment in the war room?
Andy may have. He's the only one of us who knew computers. I told him to stay out of there because I was afraid of, of something like what happened when this whole place got locked down.
Do you know anything about the corpses in the med bay?
Oh, it's horrible. They were there when we arrived. Probably been rotting away for months from the look of them. Ugh, not to mention the smell.
Have you been in the brig?
Yep. There was a man locked in there when we moved in, living off insects and mushrooms in his cell.
What?
I left him locked up after I met him. I felt bad about that. He was cordial enough, but he just kept asking questions that felt off. And those glassy eyes.
Anything we could scavenge in the garage?
Poked my head in there and saw a giant robot next to a dead body. Hard pass.
Yeah, you were lucky, to be honest. What's in the archive room?
We first got into the base through a hole in the archive room's wall. Some critters living in there chased us around, but we managed to shut them in before anyone got seriously hurt. We've been trying to snare them for a while for fresh meat, but they just chew through the ropes like they're Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids. So American. That's all for now.
Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
So, we are now friends with the refugees. We've actually got some reputation with them, which is always good. We can loot some stuff.
October 12th, 1998. 7 months since the bombs fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and tried to make a run for the commissary. Sergeant Peters told us to open fire. Standing orders. Orders to be shot on sight. They didn't look like much to me from 80 meters. And when we got close enough to inspect the bodies, I saw why. They looked like scarecrows. Just skin and bone. The oldest was maybe 15. Every time I close my eyes, I see that kid's face. God forgive me. I can't do this anymore.
So he killed himself. That was his last word. Food on these tables is cold and partially eaten, but not rotten. It's clear someone recently fled mid-meal. So what's going on around here? So this is what I was talking about, you know, the toaster repairs. So if you have level 3 toaster repair, you can repair this. You'll definitely get items beyond your level. And especially if you have like a luck stat as well, it's really good. But I've kind of prioritized Animal Whisperer, at least for now, you know. Oh, hello, who's this? Oh, that's me. Lol. I just selected myself. Alright, let's go downstairs into the basement and see what we find here. Hello there. Waving at you through the bars of his cell is a pale, thin man with matted hair and fraying, faded clothes. He gives you a lazy, glassy-eyed grin.
Hey, dudes. Hi. Well, what's up? Haven't seen you before. Have I?
We're the Rangers. This is going to be our new headquarters.
Rangers, huh? Cool, man. Cool. I like your look. I think I had a shirt like that once, a long time ago. Long time ago. Headquarters for what?
Sorry, that's top secret.
Oh, sure, top secret. So you're part of some important organization, huh? You look like you're, real important, you know? I can see it in your pretty eyes. Do you have, more people in your group?
It's not something you need to know. We found some recruits in this area and they're joining soon. I've actually got a couple of questions for you if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, man, of course. I don't mind. Ask me whatever.
He's so strange, I love it. What's your name? How long have you been here?
Couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you. Like, there's no windows or clocks in here, you know? Hard to keep track of when the day starts or ends. Anyway, a long time. Long enough for other groups, other people to come and go.
How have you survived? I mean, we know about him eating bugs, but I kind of want to hear him say it.
You know, man, I got everything I need in here to keep on.
Okay.
Little crack in the ceiling over there drips some water. So I just gotta lick the wall when I'm thirsty.
I really like this guy.
And, you know what they say about dark, damp spaces, man? Mushroom grow there, man. So I added a little self-made fertilizer. And those mushrooms are growing good.
Jesus. You've been living off water and mushrooms.
Yeah, man, yeah. Yum, yum. Oh, yeah, and bugs, when they come by. Buzzy crunchers and climby snappers and skittery two-bites and running gushers. Sometimes roly poppers and hoppy specks. Once a squirmy slurp.
What a menu.
That was a good day, man.
Goodness me.
But yeah, mainly mushrooms.
Can you tell us about the groups that lived here before us?
Yeah, sure, maybe. Sometimes, like, a guy might come in, but I don't know if he was connected to the guy who came in before him, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Kinda hard to keep track of how long it is between visits, and people don't always tell me what's going on outside.
Why has no one freed this poor guy?
But, let me see. Last guy who came in to see me was the dead guy. Before him, Tired Eyes Lady. Before her, the Smiling Woman. Before that, it's a little fuzzy.
Dead guy. What was about dead guy?
Oh man, that's some wild stuff. So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and freaked out and starts messing with that computer machine over there.
Okay.
And yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine and he falls down and then all these sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know?
Yeah, totally. That could be Andy then. Maybe he, like, sparked himself out.
And after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well, you came in.
Tell us about the tired lady.
Well, she was a woman, dressed all raggedy, but, I'm one to talk on that. Anyway, she came in here looking sad. Eyes looked like she hadn't seen a good night's rest in years. We talked for a bit and then she left again. Sometimes I think I can still hear her voice. Hope she didn't die and she's haunting me for some reason. Though now that I think about it, I guess I'd be glad for the company, you know?
Tell us about the smiling woman then.
Oh, a real nice lady, man. Had a big old smile on her face the whole time we talked. Just never stopped smiling.
I'm already creeped out.
I think she said she was a trader. Talked about how she had some merchandise to keep here and some people she was gonna deal with. Said I wasn't a suitable client, which, sure, 'cause I got no money. Well, actually, she said I wouldn't be suitable for her clients, which I thought was a weird way to say that.
Okay. Why are you in there?
Because, the cell door is locked.
This is fantastic. Why were you put in there?
Aw, man, didn't you like my joke?
It was great. I laughed.
Okay, well, so a guy I used to be friends with, well, I guess he was more of a business partner. Friend, though, too, man. Like, former friend who decided he didn't, want to go splitsies anymore, so he conked me on the head. And when I woke up, I was in here. Real bummer, man. Like, seriously.
Seriously. Terrible. Do you want us to let you out?
Oh, man, yes, please. Very much.
You're calling this one, Rangers, but really, I just let nature take its course here, if you know what I mean.
I'd really like to get out of here.
We'll see what we can do, but no promises.
Cool, I get it, man. No pressure, but, I'd sure appreciate it. So,
that is such a cool character. I wonder if we keep speaking to him. Oh, the Brigmaster key. For when you want to mingle with the door breakers. Oh, so is that the door to his cell? It would be weird if the door to his cell was just here. You know? And someone could let him out. Oh my god, this guy died in... Is this Andy? Come on, Elon. Check him out. The body of a young man lies twisted on the floor. He wears shabby clothes and he's been dead long enough for the body to go cold, but not long enough to rot. First aid 3. Tried to establish a cause of death. The body's contorted limbs and proximity to an ancient computer seem to suggest a painful death by electrocution. Discoloration of the face suggests heart failure, which might be the electricity, but there's a lack of burns which makes that inclusive. Some dried foamy spittle, barely detectable on the edges of the mouth, make poison a much more likely culprit. Check for signs of electrocution. I get experience for that, and yeah, we still know it's a bit confusing. Perception 3, search the body. The man carried nothing but clothes he wore on his body, and those are tattered and grimy. His shoes have holes in their soles. In one of his pockets you find a half-eaten, sweet-smelling mushroom. He killed him, right? He gave him the mushroom, yeah?
What's going on with the dead guy? Is he, alright? Oh, hey, hi again. What can I do for you?
What happened with this dead refugee?
Oh, didn't we talk about this already?
Nothing new there. We've examined the corpse and it didn't appear to have been killed by electrocution. It looks like poison.
What? That's really something else. Some poison killed that poor guy at the exact same time as that machine zapped him. Man, what a wacky world.
We also found a half-eaten mushroom in the corpse's pocket.
Oh, yum. Mushrooms are the best, man. So many flavors. And they grow everywhere and grow easy. I love them.
You can see the mushrooms there, in the corner of his cell.
Who knew there were poisonous ones?
We're going now.
Later, dudes, and don't forget to think about getting this door open if you get a chance.
I'm kind of confused because we know that he's killed him with the mushroom, you know. I could free him though. There is another locked door here, which we can open. Rusty nose ring, very nice. Alright, I'm gonna go report back to this lady and say I think I found Andy. I assume it's Andy anyway, I could be wrong. before we go and free that guy anyway.
People are people, and sometimes they need help. That's what the Rangers do, right? Help people?
We think we found your missing guy, Andy. Sorry to say he's dead.
Andy. Damn it. I was afraid of that. We've been locked up for days, but at least we had our supplies with us. How did he... No. I don't want to know. Enough death in this world. Don't need the details to make it even more bitter. Thanks for telling me, Rangers. I'll break it to the others. Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
I don't know. If we free the guy, I don't really know what he's going to do, where he's going to go, what his plans are. Alright, my friends, I'm going to end today's episode here, but next episode we'll be exploring Colorado Springs and seeing what the situation is over there. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget you can find the next episode linked down below in the description as usual. But thanks so much for all your support, guys. The game actually officially comes out tomorrow, which is really cool. So I hope you guys check it out yourself, make your own Ranger squad, and let me know what you think. Also, if you want to decide what we do with the prisoner, let me know in the comment section below. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, and goodbye.